News time.
News.
And there is lots of news because we've not done a proper news section for I don't know
Ages.
when. Like literally, well, since the Acolyte
Pre-Acolyte.
started.
Yeah.
So because obviously we had other things to talk about that filled the time,
We did.
and we were lazy and stupid.
Were we?
No,
Well, we were definitely lazy. I don't think we were stupid.
no, of course not. We were very intelligent men,
No. Yeah.
great thoughts on all things.
Deep thinkers.
Deep thinkers. One thing I have been doing, it's not really news, it doesn't matter to anyone else in the world. I have been rewatching Andor.
Ah, there's a surprise.
I say rewatching Andor. It's about the 10th time I've watched it, I think. It shouldn't be a surprise. There's a Y in the day, therefore I've been rewatching Andor. And it really is a masterpiece. I've
Yes.
got to say. There is a genuine reason why I'm rewatching it. It's because there's been a bit more ramping up of news about Series 2.
Yeah.
Or Season 2, depending on what part of the world you come from. And there has been more news, and we've learned more about the structure. We've learned more about certain characters that will be coming back
Yeah.
from, not necessarily from the first series, but from Rogue One itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously it's going to be getting closer to that sort of time frame, the birth of the rebellion, or, well, not necessarily the birth of the rebellion, but how the rebellion grows.
Yeah.
And have you seen the stuff about the time frames of it, the structure?
Oh, it jumps ahead a few years.
It's like
something like that?
I think it's like something like every episode is so every 3 episodes is something like 2 years or something.
Right, that's it.
Or
Yeah.
every 4 episodes might be 2 years or something like that.
Yeah, I heard. Oh, it's going to cover a 12-year period overall or something like that.
Yeah, so that would that make any sense? Let's
Maths.
see. Maths. So that was there, and because there was some event that's happened last couple of weeks called D23.
Oh, what's that?
It's like a Disney specific convention. It's a bit like Star Wars Celebration, but it's Disney. So there's that, and within that there was confirmation that director Krennic will be returning, and K2SO.
Yes.
Played
that's
and voiced respectively by Ben Mendelsohn and Alan Tudyk.
Yes.
And it is due in December. Not in December. It's not due in December at all. It's due in 2025.
that was a tease.
There was still. I haven't found anything more specific than 2025.
Yeah, just what I saw just said next year.
I'm going to assume it's probably be around about summertime 2025.
Yeah, you think it could be a May? They usually like those May slots, don't they?
Yeah, indeed. I don't know what. I mean, but you think about other projects. Like, is this? I mean, is Ahsoka, has that been completely shelved? Because if they don't
It's gone quiet, hasn't it?
it's gone very quiet. And not only that, I mean, there's no mention of that being in production, and that would suggest. I mean, what they're going to do? 3 years between series?
Yeah,
It's a long time.
that is a long time because 2026 we're getting the Mandalorian and Grogu movie,
Indeed.
so that's going to be the big
Ahsoka,
thing
will
for that
Ahsoka
year.
crop up in that? Although we mentioned before that potentially she may not crop up in that because she's in another galaxy.
Well, yeah, she's fucked off.
Fucked off, and she's fucked off.
She's only gone and done a bolt, hasn't she?
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
not by choice. Well, actually, she kind of did choose. She
Kind of
did.
was by choice.
She did choose. She got in the whales.
Yeah,
she got in the mouth of a whale.
She's got in the mouth of the whale.
So yeah, I don't know. There's things to be done there. Things to be seen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of things getting shelved,
Yeah.
things have gone very, very quiet on the Lando series. People are saying that's canned.
Is it been canned, or is it Donald Glover's just not available ever because he's working all the time?
Maybe. They can't really do it without him.
No,
They
they
can't
can't
really
do it.
cast that.
I mean, going back to what we said about Ahsoka there and potential gaps in series
Yeah.
or 3 years. Like I have read articles recently about how there's this trend toward like not putting out like the irregularity between series. Like,
Right.
I mean, Andor's a perfect example. I mean, it's been by the time that comes out, that'll be 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's so much of it's just down to availability of stars because they're not. it used to be, or traditionally speaking, people like actors or TV actors at least would play like a very limited number of characters. So they'd basically be signed up for one show, and they would be that show until that show got cancelled.
Yeah,
or their character got killed off and they left.
Yeah. Yeah.
But nowadays, because it's movie actors essentially in TV shows, it just the mechanics of getting everything lined up and everyone's scheduling and getting everyone's calendars together is far harder. So you end up with these far bigger and not as nice, tidy gaps between series.
Yeah.
Particularly in something like Andor, where it's a 12-part series and you've got nearly an hour per episode, and you're filming on location around the world and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why. And I think it's probably, when you say stuff like, is the Lando thing being canned? Maybe it has been canned, but could it just as equally be Donald Glover is working all the time?
Could be. But I think, regardless, I think we're not going to see it anytime soon. Is the feeling?
No. But
the other thing,
but do we need to see it anytime soon? I
wasn't holding my breath for that one.
No, but also like I say, Andor, Ahsoka, whatever, Mandalorian, whatever. It feels like at the moment there's so many loose threads flying around out there in Star Wars. They don't need to do anything new. Like they've got plenty of things they can tie up and do. It's like
lots more to explore.
Potentially an Acolyte season 2. I know that's not going to please everyone, but what does?
Well, I was going to move on to that because that has all been confirmed that's been cancelled.
Oh.
We haven't had it from official sources, but we have had a lot of reputable sources now saying that they are not going to do a season 2 of The Acolyte.
And
I got mixed emotions about that one.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
I think there's some interesting characters.
Yeah, we were quite honest in our review of it. We said it wasn't a classic, but there was some interesting themes, some good ideas. We liked the High Republic stuff, and I was looking forward to seeing what they did with it next. But I'm not overly sad that that's not going to happen. The bigger problem for me is that because of the review bombing and that backlash. And this is why I was saying before about
people
actually are we influencing the machine cranking on the Disney machine.
I hope it's not. I really hope it's not.
It's a worry if that's if a load of bots and idiots have influenced that.
Because I think I don't know. I think there's it would set a not dangerous precedent. Don't realize there's worse things going on in the world. But it would set an unnerving precedent if that had happened. Yeah. Because ultimately there's loads of things, as we've seen from our Second Chance Cinema thing. There's loads of things out there that are poorly rated, genuinely poorly rated.
Yeah.
That still have a broad and loving fan base that will cling on to them. So
absolutely.
I would hate to think that is the case.
Because I can't think it's because, like we were saying before, it can't be low streams because all the haters were still streaming it.
They were still streaming it, but we'll know ultimately. As I say, only when it comes to streaming numbers, I know things leak out and whatever else, but only really Disney know the official numbers, don't they?
Yeah,
and they'll know how many. They'll know like all the in the real detail of how many different accounts are doing it and whatever else. And
repeat viewings, and things like
exactly,
that.
and like from us.
And
whether or not it's bringing any new audience members in, that's probably one of the big things.
And if it's based off that kind of data, then okay, fine, that's a business decision. If it's a knee jerk because a few twats have said it's woke shit and all that kind of stuff, then that, like you say, is unnerving and not a good way of absolutely listen to the people and let's make it a democratic thing, but the people that shout loudest are always going to be the haters. So
Yes. Oh,
you know,
well,
you're going to get
yeah.
in everything. Yeah,
But again, it almost wouldn't surprise me if that were the case, though, because if you look how, I don't know, cinema and that kind of stuff is, and that general world is going,
yeah,
there is a lot of trying to make stuff by committee and trying to make things that they think the audience wants, rather than we make this because we think it's really good, and hopefully enough other people will also think it's really good.
yeah,
And if we make it with passion and love and all that, but I can easily see how either case might be true. That they just said, yeah, actually, we're not doing any more of this, or maybe just let the heat die down for a little bit, and then we'll start talking about it again.
Yeah. Like I say, they've got a lot of other irons in the fire at the minute, haven't they? And actually, we were talking about this a little while ago about Coppola's Megalopolis movie, which is finally hitting mainstream cinemas next month.
Right. Okay.
I saw a new trailer for it today. I'm not sure if you've seen it. Very bold advertising move, because this kind of ties into what we were just saying, because it starts with saying basically, don't listen to critics, they don't know what they're on about. Because it basically went through Coppola's movies. It said, and it said, right, 1972, The Godfather,
right.
And it had some quotes from critics at the time saying, it's a mess. And then it went on to Apocalypse Now and showed all the negative criticism, and then it did another Coppola film for whatever reason I can't remember. Essentially saying all my films get panned by the critics and they're all classics and they're great. Yes. So please come and see this new one.
Yes,
it's quite a bold marketing move, but I kind of liked it.
It is a bold marketing move, and I don't know. Is it a little bit churlish?
Oh, it's definitely churlish.
Like
it's churlissimo.
When you win, you don't really need to rub people's face. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you do need to rub people's faces. I don't know.
I think it's an element of it being all self-financed by him as well. I think his American Zoetrope company, and he's definitely going to have this is really his baby, isn't it?
It is really his
Big
baby,
time.
but I think there's also an element of one of the reasons why it's not come out till now is because he couldn't find anyone to
distribute.
He couldn't get a distributor.
Yeah.
A distributor. Which has nothing to do with the critics. That's just if you can't find a distributor who's like, if a distributor's not going to go for a Coppola film,
there's reasons.
A concern.
Yeah, it does make you wonder why.
I don't get me wrong, I'm still going to watch it.
I'm definitely going to go and see it.
Find out for myself, but
yeah, I'm definitely going to see it because it looked really interesting. The clips they showed from the movie.
Yeah,
no idea at all what it's about. Looked like a totally incoherent mess, but
a megalopolis.
Fuck it.
I mean, if the stories are true, everyone who worked on The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, and I thought that was they
were a hot mess.
They thought that was a nonsense. And then
exactly.
Look what we got.
Exactly. I really want to know what that other movie was now.
Which other movie?
The third one referred to in... Oh, of course, it was Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Dracula.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
They're all considered classics.
They are by some. People would say
in their genres.
Some people would say they were.
Some might say. We are pretty big Godfather fans around here, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. I think we can say we don't really need to say some would. We say we would. Yes. We would say
us,
particularly part 3. Sorry, that was churlish. That was. I enjoy part 3. I don't mind it.
It's got its.
What I gotta do? What I gotta do with this guy?
Just when I thought I was out, they pour me back in.
Gotta get some orange juice or something. Some sugar. That's the best bit.
The Don's diabetic.
Best bit of those films when he's ever diabetic. He plays it well.
Well, Pacino is Pacino.
I'm just going to go into the kitchen and listen to Tony Bennett records.
There you go.
See?
So quotable, that third one.
It is. It's great.
Fredo.
Fredo. He starts like climbing up the kitchen island or something. I know, it's weird, that, isn't it? They're like
He's like bashing into
like
furniture.
holding him up, like going about to body slam him. What are you doing?
Just having a bit of a kitchen wrestle.
Yeah, he's the only person who's ever had a diabetic fit and climbing on the furniture. Most people just collapse on the
Method
floor.
actor.
Yeah, it's like,
not
I'm just
good
going
enough for
to
him.
climb onto the kitchen worktop. It's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Star Wars. Wars. Is that what we talk about?
Well,
Sometimes?
so we got some series we're not going to see. Some are coming next year.
Do you know what's coming out in a couple of weeks' time?
Oh, Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy.
Oh, I'm really excited about that.
Which I'm going to say is not going to have a big impact on canon or lore or.
Well, judging by the stuff I've seen, it's kind of the opposite of lore.
Yeah, but it's Star Wars
It's
Lego.
fun.
It's Star Wars Lego.
Lego's always had that sense of humour.
Indeed.
Hasn't it? So
Um,
we finally seeing Darth Jar Jar.
Finally. Mark Hamill is voicing it.
Excellent.
He voices Luke in this alternative galaxy.
Oh, that's crazy. Mark Hamill voicing Luke.
I know.
Really mixed it up.
It's out there. There's so in this. These are not particularly big spoilers, by the way. These are all things that have been seen in the trailer.
Okay.
The clone army has been cloned off of Admiral Akbar. You get this scene where there's like loads of Admiral Akbars going, "It's a trap! It's a trap! It's a trap! It's a trap! It's a trap!"
I'm on board with that.
That looks quite amusing. Luke's like some surfer dude bum type thing.
Oh, okay.
Where he's actually the smuggler. C-3PO is... There's actually a lot been given away already.
Annoying.
C-3PO's a bounty hunter.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got red eyes.
Red eyes. Oh, it's Sith mode.
Sith mode.
It's been rebooted.
Yes. Yeah, so there's that promises to be quite amusing.
Yeah.
I can't... Coming back to what I was saying earlier, I can't imagine we're going to be talking about that at length every week for the entirety of the series.
But I think we will cover it.
Oh, of course we will. It'll be fun. It'll be good
We'll
fun.
give it its due accord.
Due, whatever that means.
Yes.
Something else coming later this year that there's been a bit more hype around is Skeleton Crew.
Oh, yes.
Now, Skeleton Crew is due out on December the 3rd.
Excellent.
Just in time for Christmas, so you can get all your toys in.
Little treats.
I
All
can't
the
imagine. But
all the Jude Law toys.
there was a trailer came out this week, and I've got to say, it looks sharp, well produced, as you'd expect with all these things. I'm not sure if it's for us.
It's been billed as the Goonies in space, hasn't it?
I've not seen that written down anywhere, but
Okay.
I can
I've
definitely
just come up with it then.
Well, if you have, it's a brilliant.
Oh, thanks. No,
Analogy.
I completely stole that. But yes, apparently it plays like classic 80s Spielberg coming of age kiddie type stuff, but in space, which
good.
I am very on board with, and I'm gonna like with all these things, I'll reserve judgment until I've seen it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm quite looking forward to that.
I am looking forward to watching it. I think hopefully it's something I'll be able to watch with my child.
Yeah,
which is always good.
I think so. I think you will. I think it'll be just right for her because it's that sort of Stand By Me. I don't think they're going to come across a corpse.
No,
hopefully.
no.
But they come. I think they. Yeah, they.
It's a jump off a bridge because the train's coming.
Yeah, yeah. But it's that kind of a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a good one to watch for the kids. So yeah, let's wait and see. I'm
Richard Dreyfuss, typewriter, writing about his younger self.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Indeed.
Or making a spaceship out of mashed potatoes.
Spaceship out of mashed potatoes?
Yeah, that's what he does in Close Encounters.
Oh, sorry.
Another 80s
I was still thinking about Stand By Me there.
Yeah, I know. I've moved on from there.
Oh, your brain just moves too fast for me.
You know me, zipping around, riffing all the time. Keep up, come on.
I can't.
You've gone sluggish in your time off.
But also, the big star in that is, the big star, kind of the lead adult actor, Jude Law.
Yeah.
Who will be a Jedi, apparently.
Yeah, that was a surprise. Surprise, that is.
Indeed. So that's something to look
We've got
forward
that
to.
this year. I mean, that'll be here before you know it. 4 months or so.
4
away.
months. Goodness me.
Sweet. I can't wait.
Indeed. So
There's something coming before that.
something coming before that.
Yeah, next week.
Are you talking about something in the gaming world?
I am. Yeah,
Ah,
Not so
you've
much in
definitely
your.
lost me there.
Yeah, not so much in your sphere. I know, but gamers, particularly Star Wars gamers like myself, have been hotly anticipating the release of Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah.
We mentioned this. We talked about it a couple of times. Coming, it's finally out next week. Comes out on the 30th. Well, as we're recording, a week tomorrow. But actually, if you pre-ordered, you get early access from Monday the 26th, which is nary a couple of days away. And our friend of the show and all things Star Wars game mad, our good friend Baz, who we've had on before, he's promised to come on in a couple of weeks and give us a review of the game and talk to us about if it's any good. Because
Glad somebody can.
Because I can't be bothered to drop 80, 90 quid on a game like that, just find out it's a dog turd.
Oh,
So he's taken the hit for us.
so if you're listening, Lucas Arts or whatever you're called nowadays.
Well, Ubisoft are making this one,
Ubisoft.
which is which some people are worried about because they've got a pedigree. They do like the Assassin's Creed games and a lot of really good games, but they've got some kind of slightly shady practices like microtransactions and getting you to pay extra for games you've already bought and things like that. That people are slightly worried about. So we'll see how that plays out. But this is the game where essentially you could be a smuggler. It takes place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. And there's certainly some Jabba's Palace stuff. There's some Han Solo stuff in there. We know that. So it's got potential to be very exciting.
Yeah.
So let's see how that comes out.
Cool.
And we'll get him on the show in a couple of weeks and get the professional view on it.
Very, very good. I like
Thanks.
the sound of that. I'm looking forward to speaking to you, Baz. Come on.
You'll be enthralled.
I will be enthralled and
I'll give you some questions to ask.
mainly on the sidelines, I would imagine, throughout that one. Okay. Well, that was a mightily fine news section. And it leaves us with just enough time to discuss a much-loved feature that's been on the back burner for a couple of months now because of other things.
Yes.
The Second Chance Cinema Club.
Back,
Back,
baby.
Where, for listeners who are not familiar with our format, we take a film that has perhaps not been reviewed particularly well in the past, and we rewatch it and try and put a positive slant on it, or just view it with a fresh set of eyes. So, Stefan, I think it was your turn to pick a new one.
Was it?
So it was. It definitely was. It definitely wasn't me. It definitely wasn't. I can't remember. I can't remember how this works. I could. You know what? I can't even remember what we last watched.
No, I have no idea.
At this point,
it's probably Masters of the Universe.
Was it Masters of the Universe?
Like
which was definitely my pick.
It was one of them.
We watched Masters of the Universe, and we watched what was the one with the murder killbots.
What was that? That was actually called
Kill Code.
Like Murder Killbot, wasn't it?
Kill Code or something? Kill Command. Yes. It's where the artwork looked like a computer game. Anyway, that's enough of that. What are you going to pick for us to watch this week?
Right, so we're both watching this film, yeah? That's how we do it.
Yes, that's how we do it.
Okay. I'm quite looking forward to this one. I've picked us a 1996 movie.
Oh. Is it Toy Story?
It's not Toy Story, no.
No, okay.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. I just thought I thought
Toy Story not well reviewed.
What happened in 1996? Could it be Toy Story? I don't know. It might not even be Toy Story. I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway, carry on. We're digressing.
All right. Okay. No, this only received a 5.6 on IMDb.
Oh.
But I think it's well worth another go.
Oh.
It is a Keanu Reeves film called Johnny Mnemonic.
Yes.
5.6. Yeah, really poorly reviewed.
Wow.
I remember thinking at the time this was okay.
Yeah.
and it's a bit of background. It's based on a William Gibson novel. He's referred to as the godfather of cyberpunk.
Yeah.
He wrote another very famous sci-fi book called Neuromancer, which talks about pre-internet, referred to as the Matrix. So there's a bit of a tie in there as well. And it's set in the far-flung future of 2021.
Oh, God. We watched it like, oh, my word.
Be interesting to see
how little we've progressed.
Yeah, how much of that panned out, how much of it didn't. So I think it's well worth a second chance, this movie.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to getting your view on it.
Good. I look forward to watching it. I wonder if it's one of those films I'd be interested to see how much the ideas and the concepts have held up.
Yeah.
And how well the terminology's aged. I was watching a film the other week, actually. I rewatched. I don't know why I did. I think it was just like a late night whim. Do you remember Swordfish?
Yes.
With Hugh Jackman and Travolta and Halle Berry and
That was a Coppola film, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think it might have been,
Really?
Maybe.
No.
I have to look this up.
No, it can't be. It can't be. It's impossible.
If not, he's got another film with very similar... Oh, no, it wasn't him.
It can't be. It was Dominic Senna.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his. Is it a pseudonym?
It's his nom de plume.
I want to make a film that's not really one of mine, so I'm going to do this.
Yeah. No, okay, ignore that.
What were you thinking of?
What was I thinking of?
I don't know, but anyway, Swordfish, a lot of the language and stuff in it is just not aged well. Like it's a true 128-bit system. It's like 128 bits.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of that in this because Keanu Reeves is basically a human hard drive, and he can carry around gigabytes of data with him.
He can carry around what I can put on like
a CD.
Basically, I don't know. Pick up any device in my room, and it's like
my pocket calculator could probably take an SD card bigger than that.
Yeah, exactly. Either way.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so Johnny Mnemonic. Where can we find Johnny Mnemonic? Where can I watch this?
We can find Johnny Mnemonic to stream on Amazon Prime.
Oh, thank God for that.
So hopefully you haven't deleted your subscription or anything.
No, got that one.
Pay for your interrailing.
Got that one.
Good
stuff. That's all there. I used it a lot. I used Amazon Prime a lot when I was away. They got some great films. They've always got good films on there. So I watched Snowden was on there. Oh, I'll tell you what I've rewatched as well, Gladiator.
Oh, well, new one coming.
There's a new one coming.
Yeah.
And the old one, it's been a long time since I watched that.
I've not seen that for
What a film. Just what a film.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Good old Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ridley Scott, new Alien film's out.
Alien Romulus.
Yeah, I do want to go and see that.
I'm not sure I can watch it in a
You'll
dark
be
room.
too scared.
I need to wait. I need to wait so I can watch it.
Let Daddy watch it first, and I'll tell you what it's like.
I'll stream it with the curtains wide open on a very
bright day.
Yeah, exactly.
With in your safe place with your family around.
Oh God, I would jump a lot in the cinema watching that.
Oh man, I'm not going to see that with you. But I did go to the cinema a second time since we spoke. I went to see Borderlands.
Ooh, how was that?
Lad. That was. I understand why it got a lot of hate. They considering this is an extremely violent game. This is based on. They really toned it down and watered it down to it's just 12 rated. So I went
really?
with my lad. Yeah.
Why?
So
Why did it do that?
Apparently, it's been edited to hell because Eli Roth directed it, and he's not afraid of a bit of blood and gore.
But why would you take something that is known for being violent and gory and all that sort of stuff and like try and make it for an audience
it's just
because I'm assuming would you let your lad play the computer game?
No, it's well violent.
So why create something? Why try to create something for an audience that wouldn't be aware of it anyway?
Yeah, exactly. Because you're gonna piss off the fans of the game, and this audience you've opened it up to have no connection to the game,
exactly.
so they're not going to care.
Exactly.
So it's massively backfired. I think it's been touted as one of the biggest flops of recent times, like almost sort of John Carter level.
Wow.
The story is weak as hell, and the twist, you can guess it within the first 10 minutes. Even I got it, and I'm terrible at guessing twists.
Oh.
But a lot of people have criticised the casting. I actually found the cast pretty good, quite watchable. So I didn't have a problem with that. But
It's been out for 2 weeks, and it is worldwide has made $21 million.
Oh,
That is painful.
that's not good.
That's not going to get.
That's not even the marketing
near washing
budget.
its I mean, that's literally like my holiday cost more than that. It didn't. No,
That's not even covering Jack Black's acting work.
Yeah.
That he did.
I mean,
His voice acting.
It's interesting actually. It's a bit of, I don't know whether it's a little bit of karma, because I know at the recent Comic-Con, which was about 3 weeks ago. It was just before I think Comic-Con was like the weekend or something before Borderlands came out. Because it was the same weekend when they announced they did the whole Robert Downey Jr. Doom thing.
Oh, okay.
Which was thought was, so
weird.
That was all that. But anyway, so Jamie Lee Curtis, who's in Borderlands,
Yeah.
she was asked a question about what sort of phase do you think Marvel's currently in,
Right.
and she very, very flippantly just said, "Bad."
Nice.
Which clearly the internet has picked up upon and ran with quite aggressively, and she had to put out like this thing, say, "I apologise. I didn't mean to be like." It was a shit thing to say and all that sort of stuff. And it garnered a lot of things, but a lot of people were like, "Well, yes, she's high profile, so perhaps she should have a little bit more care in what she says."
Yeah.
But why? If that's what she thinks, that's what she thinks.
Well, yeah.
So
it's just an opinion.
it's quite funny because it was like the week that Deadpool Wolverine came out, and Ryan Reynolds was like, "What? We're not allowed to slag off Marvel or what?"
Well, there's a hilarious line in Deadpool Wolverine where Deadpool says to Wolverine, "Oh, welcome to Marvel. You're joining at a bit of a low point, but don't worry about it."
There you go. Like,
It's so self-deprecating. It's hilarious.
But do you not think I mean, obviously I've not seen the film yet, but Ryan Reynolds is just one of those rare actors who he just can deliver anything, and like comedically, and he can just deliver it all, and with whatever he says,
razor wit.
Yeah, and he can just say the most dull thing, and it still sounds relatively humorous.
I think that's because he only knows how to be himself.
Yeah,
And thankfully
he's not an actor.
That's just a line. He's not.
He just turns up and reads.
He's just good at being himself, and luckily that just aligns really well with the Deadpool character. But there's so much fourth wall breaking in that. You can't even count the amount of times they're referencing Disney, 20th Century Fox, Marvel. Everything gets fucking lambasted. It's brilliant.
Good. Okay, right. Well, should we call it a night?
I think we should.
Good, because I'm knackered.
Yeah.
I want to go to bed. Let's, in that case, call it a night. We'll come back next week, having watched, what was your film again?
Johnny Mnemonic.
I genuinely forgot that. I will have to ask you a couple of times.
I'll text it to you.
Johnny Mnemonic from 1996, which is available on Prime.
Yeah, exactly.
I will watch it this week, as well as making an effort to get to the cinema to see Deadpool.
Oh yeah,
and hopefully can go at a time of day when it's not filled with people.
Kids, wait for the schools to go back.
Oh, that's another week.
Oh,
and a bit. It's nearly 2 weeks.
Right.
I'm not sure I've got.
I'm sure I can hold out that long.
I've not seen it for the last month, so I think I could probably wait another week.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I can't believe I forgot to mention this.
What?
Throughout September and October.
Oh my God! Yes,
cinemas in the UK.
I mean, I was supposed to say this as well.
How did we get this far without mentioning it?
Oh Jesus! What we like.
Cinemas in the UK throughout September and October are showing all the Star Wars films.
They are.
There's certain depending on which cinema you go to, they're doing it differently. Like, I think Cineworld are doing like every Sunday.
Yeah.
They're showing them in chronological order, not release date order, chronological order.
1 to 9 plus.
Odeon are just seemingly randomly chucking them out there on like some on a weekend, some on a Tuesday, all that sort of stuff. So look at your local cinemas, look at your local listings, and you will find, oddly, Odeon for some reason no one seems to be showing Solo. Not from what I've seen so far.
Oh yeah, Cineworld are doing Rogue One, aren't they?
Yeah, everyone seems to be showing Rogue One. Odeon, when I looked, weren't showing The Phantom Menace. I don't know if that's just to do with the fact that they've already shown it this year because they all had it on for May the 4th weekend.
25-year release as well, wasn't it?
Exactly. So whether that's just because of that. But yeah, go and look at your local cinemas, and at some point in the next 2 months, the likelihood is you will be able to watch Star Wars on the big screen.
Yeah. I've got 3 consecutive Sundays booked for the original trilogy.
Start for Cineworld?
Yeah, for Cineworld. Yeah.
I need to get on that. I will do that after we.
Well, yeah, seats are going.
The moment we log off here, I am getting on it.
Get on there.
So yeah, okay, right, brilliant stuff. I will speak to you next week, Stefan. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thanks, guys. Good to catch up. See you next week.